Hi again, YouTubers. So this is a review on the Too Faced Melted Liquefied Long Wearing Lipstick. I have it in the color Melted Nude. This is what the packaging looks like. It has a nice, like, sponge-tipped applicator. The color is very, very easy to dispense onto your lips. The color selection on this line is very minimal. I got this one, fell in love with it, and went in to look for others, and I think there's only like 5 colors, and a lot of them are very bright colors, which I think would work great for this formulation and for how it stays very well without drying your lips. I think that's great for bright colors, but I also wish instead of like just a real true peachy nude, there was kind of like a pinky nude too. I don't know, you never know, they might end up extending their color line. This one here, I will put a clip in of how I'm applying it on my lips. I don't use lip liner, I don't use anything else, I don't use a brush, I just simply put this onto my lips. It is so easy and so foolproof, it's crazy. This for me is the perfect like summer color because it has a tint of color to it. It's not a true nude, but the way it wears is very nice. It smells super, super fruity, which some people are gonna love and some people are gonna hate. I love it. I can't put my finger on the fruit, but it smells super like fake fruity, honestly. It's not even like real fruit. It's like fake fruity smell. Kind of like, do you remember that gum Stripes or something? I think it was called back in the day. That's what it smells like. But it goes on a little bit like a gloss, but then it kind of dries is not the right word. It just kind of balances out because it's not tacky, it's not sticky like a gloss. You can use a gloss over it and it stays amazing without drying. Now it's not going to stay all day and it's not like a 12-hour or things like that, but it definitely is going to outstay a traditional lipstick. It definitely has more staying power than a traditional lipstick. As soon as you start eating or you wipe it or things like that, it's definitely going to come off. They're not very expensive. They're $21. It is 0.40 ounces. But I mean, really, I don't know, look at it in comparison to a regular lipstick, and that's in special packaging, bad example. But like in comparison to a gloss, it's probably about the same as a gloss. But it's giving you a little bit of both because it's giving you a lipstick. Actually, it's giving you a lot of different things. It's giving you a lipstick that stays well, but then it's also giving you a little bit of shine to it that's not a flat matte lipstick, but not like a true gloss. But then it's also giving you color like a lipstick. So you're getting, you know, the long lasting, you're getting a lipstick and you're getting a little bit of a gloss. Now, I still put gloss over it a lot of times. And most times, actually, I use that Marc Jacobs Sweet Escape over it, and that's what I have on my lips right now, the one I just showed. And it really just looks very nice and lasts very well. I think that these are awesome. I think this is going to be like my go-to in my bag for the summer, this color. I just wish that there were more colors. Now, this is a new product. They might expand that line and get a ton of colors out, which would be awesome. I really like Too Faced. You can buy it at Sephora or Ulta, and the line itself is just always coming out with new stuff, and I really, really am enjoying this. I would buy more if there were more colors that were kind of suited to me. I don't want to have what I'm using these for. Well, I guess honestly, it's great. Some of those very, very, very vibrant colors that they have, like the bright pinks and the reds and things like that, that would be awesome because it does stay great without that dried, cakey, long-lasting feel on your lips that gets really kind of gross. So if you're looking for a bright color, this would be a really, really great option to try as well, not just for the nude way of doing it. I tend to just gravitate towards colors like this. So pigmentation on this is amazing. Oops, I will also just show you real quickly. Keep in mind, on the back of the hand, it is always going to look darker than it does on your lips. Usually they say to put it on your fingertip, and that's going to be true to how it would look on your lips. So you can see the difference of how dark it is there versus right here. Big difference. I will try and insert a swatch with that as well right here. Sorry about this cough today. You do have to wipe pretty good to get it off too. They don't just come right off. So let's get into my breakdown. Pigmentation is amazing on this. Phenomenal, 5 out of 5. It just truly is like, this is the color it somewhat looks on my lips. Very, very close. I find that hard to find in most packaging, but the pigmentation on it is just great and it stays really well. Texture super smooth, very nice, very easy to apply, very foolproof. Texture's 5 out of 5. Longevity, I think this is great. I don't think this is, as I said, like a 12-hour lipstick, but I do think this is going to last you better than a traditional lipstick. So a good 4.5 out of 5. Application, you can't make it any easier than that. You just simply open it up, put it on your lips. You don't have to bring anything with you. And as I said, you get the combination of a lipstick, long wearing, and type of gloss on it. So application is great, 5 out of 5. Packaging, I think it's super cute. The little tube. I like the doe foot sponge tip applicator. My Clarins lip balms that I use have that same applicator and I love it. So I think packaging is a good solid 5 out of 5. Price, I think $21 isn't bad. You're going to find things that are less, but you're going to find things that are way more. So I think that's a good solid 4.5 out of 5. So product overall, I definitely think that this is, in my opinion, a good 4.5, 5 out of 5. If you like the colors, it is a phenomenal thing. The only downside for some people, and not for me, is that fake fruity scent. Somebody's not going to like that, and I know that a lot of people are very sensitive to scent. So that is my review on the Too Faced Melted Liquefied Long-Wearing Lipstick in the color Melted Nude. Please let me know if you have any other questions, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.